At the moment when a man is about to take back or accept his ex after she's been with another man, he often can't think clearly. Instead of being guided by logic and reason, he's driven by emotions. He remembers how good things used to be and how bad they feel now that she's no longer around. Even if, objectively speaking, things weren't actually all that great before, he starts overthinking, dramatizing, and romanticizing those memories. During times like these, the brain tends to recall only the good moments, somehow ignoring or minimizing the bad ones. Now let's imagine for a second that this man actually manages to get her back or chooses to accept her after she was with someone else. What happens then? Of course, there could be all kinds of outcomes, but more often than not, something pretty similar tends to play out. It's important to understand that if this particular woman betrayed him and left for another man, chances are it wasn't just a fleeting emotional reaction. Her feelings for him likely faded a long time ago, and in many cases, she left for a situation that had already been developing for a while. So after taking her back, in the long run, things won't be the same as they were before. The first thing that happens, you'll probably feel happy at first, relieved that you managed to get her back. It will seem like she loves you again, cares about you, and values the relationship. But soon the thoughts will creep in that during the time apart she was with someone else. And you know this perfectly well. Many men just can't stop thinking about that. On top of that, it becomes nearly impossible to fully trust her again. If she's late at work or out somewhere, a flood of thoughts and suspicions starts to take over, and you can't shake them. That's when the fights begin, and sooner or later, the breakup happens all over again. And even if the relationship does continue, there's often no real peace. You'll be haunted by doubts, whether you made the right decision in taking her back. So what else can happen if you decide to take your ex back? If a woman betrayed you and chose another man over you, then your value in her eyes is minimal, if it exists at all. And if for some reason that particular woman comes back, chances are, even though she may be physically present, she'll still be, so to speak, actively looking. To her, you're no longer the one and only, the irreplaceable. She now knows and fully realizes that while some men might be worse than you in certain ways, there are also others who are better. Sure, deep down we all know this, but now she consciously understands and acknowledges it. And if, at some point, she meets someone wealthier, more attractive, or more influential, then that kind of woman might leave you again, because she's already done it once. Here's something else that can happen if you take your ex back after she's been with another man. She'll now know that you're capable of forgiving betrayal because you already have. And with that, the fear of consequences is gone. So when problems eventually come up in the relationship, and they will come up, a woman like that may very well betray you again. Because in her mind, you'll forgive her anyway. Another possibility is that after coming back, she may start manipulating you with ultimatums. Like, do it my way, or I'm leaving. Since your value in her eyes is already low, and her value in your eyes is still high, you can't rule out that kind of emotional leverage and control. Here's the main point I want to get across. You can almost draw an equal sign between forgiving betrayal and having no self-respect. In my view, taking someone back under those circumstances is irrational, a decision driven purely by emotion. Yes, of course, you had strong feelings, but once someone crosses that line, they're no longer the same person. They've become a stranger. And often the hardest part isn't even that she left. It's the time you wasted, the time you'll never get back. That's why it's so important to hold on to your dignity and believe that things will get better. Why knock on a door that was slammed shut in your face? Wouldn't it be better to simply walk through a door that's already open, where you're welcome, and where someone is genuinely glad to see you? I hope this video helps you to make the right decision. See you in the next video.